Previously,
I had a client go missing after visiting her at home. I met SIB agents Jared and Jensen, and I thought we were friends, but they weren't being completely honest with me. What did he say again? I need to trust people. Trust people, but trust my gut. Let people show you their true intentions. When people show you who they are, believe them. Well, I believed them, Jared and Jensen. I thought I knew them. We bonded over a few juices and an interesting case. Now what? Am I seeing their true intentions now?
Hi, we're local fishermen, Michael Sword and Sammy. We're trying to get in touch with, the people in this village. We probably should have dressed up as police officers or SIB agents again. We're always more respected when we do that.
I stormed right up to them. What do you mean by dress up as SIB agents? The three of us stood there looking at each other. Maybe this was part of a case? If it was, then why would they say that thing about dressing up as police officers or SIB agents? I don't think they're who they said they were. The silence was deafening. And very, very awkward.
Look, just let us explain.
Try me.
We're private investigators, just like you. We've tried to be more secretive with our work. Our clients are, well, not the average sim. We get more of the elites, instead of any case off the streets. We didn't want to deceive you, but there's something larger at play here.
Oh yeah? Like what? It was at this moment my phone rang. I chose to ignore it.
We've been connected to the military. Some higher-ups, declassified stuff. There's some weird stuff going on in a town nearby. We were debriefed about a case your mom worked on, and then we found out that you're an active detective. Pretty good one at that,
What are you talking about in regards to my mom? I don't understand.
Well, she went out alone to Strangerville a couple years ago on an assignment. Almost immediately, she stopped responding to her police unit. Since then, the world's been going through these waves, these seasons, if you will, where, this is gonna sound insane. I mean, erratic, but people have been getting possessed.
Getting possessed? By what?
We think it's these weird plants that grow there.
Plants? Okay. Well, why did you lie to me?
We didn't want to lie to you, but this is the biggest case that we've ever had. You should answer it. Don't worry about it. It might be important.
Ugh. I didn't want to stop this conversation. I had many questions for them, but they were right. This phone call could be important. I answered the phone, and to my surprise, it was Devin's husband. He apparently had been asking around about the night his wife disappeared. Somehow he heard news about an unidentified flying object that appeared in the city on the night Devin went missing. He said it was a stretch, but there's been a few records of alien abductions in the past. Maybe, somehow, that's what happened to his wife? I told him I would look into it.
So, who was on the phone? Was it your boyfriend?
No, it wasn't my fiance. It was my client's husband.
Oh, a client.
She recently went missing and, he thinks it might have been an alien abduction.
We have experience visiting Sixam. We could help you with this.
Well, actually, we still need to deal with this thing.
How about you go with her, and I stay and deal with this?
Oh, okay, cool. If that works for you, then it works for me. Thanks, man.
This might be weird to ask. Obviously, you're not SIB agents. Are your real names Jared and Jensen?
We're not SIB agents, and our real names are not Jared and Jensen. I'm Sean Linchester, and this is my brother.
Cam Linchester. It's nice to properly introduce ourselves to you.
Honestly, I was shocked by this whole thing. I felt like I kept a calm exterior, but inside, I was screaming. I couldn't believe that I missed something this big. I should have known they weren't who they said they were. It was so obvious.
So, if we weren't SIB agents, would you want to go out on a date?
Dude, don't say that.
Dude, you gotta stop drinking so much. If you don't cool it, you're gonna tell her we're not SIB agents.
She can't know.
Sometimes I don't even remember my brother's name. Cam, I mean...
It's Jared.
Jared. No, wait, what's your name?
My name is Jared.
Who are you? Wait, we told you we're brothers, right?
I don't know how SIB agents do this. The suit is so stuffy.
What would an SIB agent say right now? Sure, you know what's crazy? We're not even SIB agents. I mean, we're not even... What?
The next day I met up with Sean. It feels weird to call him that, by the way. We met at the local cafe. He apparently had connections and knew of a scientist who could help us with exploring the idea of alien abductions. This was certainly the first alien abduction case for me, so I was just grateful I had willing help. The scientist arrived. They talked about how intelligent life exists outside of our own world. There are planets out there that have been suitable for life. As of right now, we only have access to 2 of them, Sixam and Bat-2. The smaller planet out of those 2, Sixam, is home to aliens who are known to abduct Sims from our planet. There's not a lot of information on why they do it, but sometimes, like 25% of the time, male Sims might come back pregnant with an alien baby. However, the aliens can also reproduce similar to Sims, and you can actually reproduce with them. So you can have half alien, half Sim babies. Aliens have unique personalities. They can analyze other people's personalities and discover their traits. They can empathize and feel their feelings. They can erase minds. This can be useful if someone finds out that they're an alien. They could also scare you with a mechanical device called a probe. They can resurrect dead alien collectibles, and they can transmute metal, crystal, and elements. This will change it into another one and will change their rarity. One of their biggest abilities would be the ability to disguise themselves and alter that disguise. Their disguise will make them look like a normal Sim. That means they have infiltrated us and are walking amongst us. Right now. Your neighbor, your best friend, the guy your uncle married, and even your friend's child's best friend could be an alien, and you wouldn't even know it. Now, there are ways to attract aliens. Of course, they don't apply to us in this case, because they just don't. We can't use them. Plus, attracting aliens means you're going to get abducted. You do this by working as a scientist and by building a satellite dish at the science lab. Like I said, that isn't what we want, nor would it work for us. We want to go to Sixam and see if any of the aliens know about Devin or have seen her. To be able to go to Sixam, we have to have access to a rocket ship with a wormhole generator, or just a wormhole generator by itself. The second option was definitely the easiest and safest way to do it. We were fortunate that the scientist actually had one at home. We left the cafe and went to the scientist's home. The wormhole generator was in their basement, and to be honest, it was quite creepy down there. Sean and I gave each other a look, and then one by one we walked into the wormhole generator. Stepping out of the wormhole generator to a whole new planet was a lot to take in. It was completely different, and for a split second I was worried we'd die because maybe this planet didn't have oxygen. Thankfully, it did. This was the most bizarre thing I've ever done. I felt like I was a long way from home because I was. All I wanted to do was figure out if Devin had been here. We went up to an alien and asked them if they saw an adult woman with dark hair around Sixam. They immediately said, "Yup, that crazy lady has been remodeling our town hub for the last little bit. Our once beautiful, quaint home has been transformed into a Simish mess." They gave us direction and we walked over. There it was, standing loud and proud, a smallish pink bar. We entered the building. Devin was behind the bar making some juices. Our first question was what the heck she was doing. Her story was that she was abducted as she was walking home from our shopping sesh in the city. She maybe, kinda, sorta begged the aliens to take her to their home planet. I guess she was really looking for that fresh start. I tried to explain how worried her husband has been, how worried their daughter has been. How could someone do that to the ones they claim to love? It doesn't make sense. In fact, a mother purposefully abandoning her family made my blood boil. Her poor daughter could have been forced to grow up without her mother, and it would have been her mother's choice. I never would inflict that type of sadness onto anyone. Throughout my rant, she started to look emotional. She mumbled that she didn't mean to stay here for that long. She wanted to stay for a weekend, or a week, or 2, maybe. Not forever. It did not matter to me. She chose to be away from her family. Why would a mother choose to be away from her family? Devin looked around her very pink bar. With one last longing look, she decided she would, in fact, come home with us. All three of us walked through the wormhole generator and into the scientist's basement. We thanked the scientist and got Devin home. Finally, Devin was reunited with her husband and daughter. It was beautiful. Moments like this make everything I do for my job worth it. I went home and reunited with my own family. I was glad to be home with my loved ones, especially after a day of space travel. After dinner that night, I went outside to enjoy some fresh air with Merlin. There was a soft, cool breeze, and I could tell that summer was coming to an end. Out of the blue, a ghost came up and went through me. The ghost almost scared me to death, but not quite. If that wasn't odd enough, the ghost disappeared without a word. I guess spooky season was approaching faster than I expected.